Hey, there we are. I'm on the screen now. Welcome, everybody. This is the Infernal Brotherhood of Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is, in fact, a live weekly YouTube vidcast by Star Wars fans, for Star Wars fans, and words are hard today.
We are Star Wars fans, and so are you, or else you wouldn't be tuning in. How's it going, William? Thanks for joining us live in the chat. We've got another episode of our new format, so I hope you guys dig it. I've actually got new intro videos for the new segments that I haven't even discussed with you yet, Cameron.
Oh,
so
shit.
if they
you guys
suck,
I'm just as green as you guys.
or if you hate them, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to change them.
All right.
Where are we starting?
Well, shall we get started here, Adam?
We're starting the news.
Start with some HoloNet news.
That's not
I like that better.
I do too, actually.
Let's just go with that. Like, you're all gonna get murdered if you had sex or did drugs. All right, holy shit. So this is... I don't know how the fuck we missed this one.
I don't either.
We should have done it. That should have been...
This was like 2 weeks ago.
Last week. Yeah. So, Uncle George finally... Like, he did one more change, unbeknownst to everybody else. Like, we're all excited because the 4K release is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh my god, maybe it's the original theatrical releases. No. Instead of Greedo shooting first, which we all know Greedo didn't fucking shoot to begin
Han
with.
shot first.
Han's the only one that shot. God damn it. I hate that shit.
Wait, was the entire second shot? Was Greedo's entire shot?
That was in the special edition.
Oh my gosh.
No, Han didn't, Greedo didn't shoot.
I thought Greedo just shot second.
Okay. We got to have movie night one of these nights.
Oh my.
Because I've got the original theatrical releases. And yeah, Greedo doesn't shoot.
I feel like my whole childhood is a lie.
Yeah.
Like not even out of accident. Like he gets pushed back by the laser blast.
Nope.
Oh,
only Han shot.
So then it's not even Han shot first. It's just
it is Han shot first after he redid the movies.
Right. But the whole
But originally Han was
shot first. Like that's what people say is Han shot first. But if the reality behind that is Han is the only one that shot.
Yeah.
So it should just be Han shot. It shouldn't even be Han shot. It should be Greedo never shot.
Yeah, it should just be fuck Greedo.
All right. Hashtag fuck Greedo. Fucking slime-o.
Yeah, fuck Greedo.
Fucking
Anyways,
McClunky.
now that's no longer a thing. They shot at the same time, okay, so as much as I think it's stupid that they changed up how they shot and all that shit, I think it's fucking hilarious that they have Greedo say Ichuta before he dies. Yeah. Because, as we all know, Ichuta is Huttese for eat shit.
Chuta.
Yeah.
Eat chuta.
Yeah, because of course we all speak Huttese because we're fucking scruffy looking Nerf Herders.
But scruffy looking?
This shit, it just I was watching it. This is where I turned it off. It's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and switch over to something else.
McClunky. All right, when are we gonna be done? Like, when are they just gonna stop changing?
What's McClunky he said? I thought he said Ichuta.
No, he said McClunky.
Oh, well, fuck. All right, never mind.
Well, you can't hear this because it's a different stream than what
I
you're
was
listening to.
Kind of drunk when I was watching. I swear to God, he said Ichuta.
No, dude.
Well, hey,
how's it going, Adam? He's all McClunky, which is supposed to be some. Again, it is Huttese, where it's like, this is the last of you, or rest in peace, or something. Like, there's a whole article about just this change.
Oh, no shit.
I'm gonna dissect this really quick.
Oh, yeah, I should probably read that, huh?
Yeah.
I went through everything else but that.
Yeah. It means this is the end of you, is what it means.
Oh, that's... You should have said it's
McClunky. Sorry, I had a commercial run in there. Yeah, dude. I don't like it. I'm not happy with it. I don't care for it. I feel like just leave it the fuck alone. And I understand this is George's thing. I get it. But if we don't get to George's sequel trilogy, then I don't want him meddling with the other shit either. Like, just...
Well, the thing is, too, like, this isn't anything new. This was actually from when he was going through redoing everything for the 3D releases back before he sold the company.
Really?
Yeah. So this is something that happened years and years ago.
Fucking George, dude.
But Disney's like, fuck it. It's already there. Let's use it.
What I'm curious about is other small little things that no one else may have like saw or heard or realized or what. Like what else is there?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't sit through them now.
Sneaky bastard.
Like, quit changing them.
In there.
Give us the fucking originals. That's all we want. That's all the fans want.
A clunky Greedo motherfucker. Yeah, no, I agree. We just wanted to throw this in here because it's a brand new twist on a 40-plus-year-old film that we have loved, and we, actually inspired us to do all of these stupid videos that we do, and then they're still changing it. Like, enough is enough. Like, I don't care if this was done a decade ago. Just fucking stop. Let it lie. Just let it be.
Quit beating the dead horse.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold back anymore. All right. What's next? What do we got next?
All right. So next one.
So this, I want to kind of meld this and all the other videos that I linked through together because it's one singular discussion. So it's going to be playing in the background as we have this conversation. But do you want to go ahead?
Nope, because I'm just now seeing this article for the first time. So why don't you go ahead? I am fucking on one today, guys. I swear.
I did only post it like up this early morning.
Oh, and we froze.
Oh, I'm still live with us. This should be good.
Oh, you're live? Oh, okay. Apparently it was just me that was froze.
Oh, yeah, we're still good. All right, so J.J. Abrams had a conversation with the Rolling Stone talking about the article is called Secrets of Skywalker, Rian Johnson's Last Jedi, after the setup of his Force Awakens. The fact that George didn't like Force Awakens and what he thought, J.J. Abrams, what he thought about George not liking his film, and he was like, well, of course, I want him to love it, but, what can I do? He just didn't love it. I appreciate the honesty he had there. I'm going to mute this so that there's no problem with that. You thought it was you freezing. All right, let me know if it's...
Yeah. No, apparently it's everybody but you.
Well, it's not me because I'm the one streaming it. So... if there's a problem, just let me know after the fact, after we've gone through our hurdles here. It does look like we are dropping frames, though, at this point, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's Disney being like, hey, you guys are stealing our shit that we're using on YouTube for free.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move up to this frame while we discuss it, and let's see if that actually changes anything. I'd be curious.
It makes our faces bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, big faces.
Hi.
My point was that they were releasing so much little shorts, TV shorts, and sort of evolution of the Stormtroopers and celebrating the saga and all this type of stuff. Yeah, I think it was that. They shut it down as soon as they saw that video. I don't know.
Makes sense.
It seems to be going backfinding now. I think it's interesting that they're running so much damage control and running so many videos that are paying homage to all the original trilogy characters that aren't even really going to be in this. Like, the only Leia that's going to be in this is footage from Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So they're doing everything they can to try to excite the fan base that is massively divided. And I guess my question to you would be, is it enough? Like... Are they building us up again just for us to end up ultimately being disappointed or something?
I kind of think so, to be honest. Because, I mean, that's honestly that, like, when I first went through all those videos earlier this morning, like, that's kind of what I thought as soon as I was done. Because I just went through all of them all at once and was just like, yeah, that's going to be exciting. And then I remembered The Last Jedi and where everything's been going. It's like, fuck, all they're doing is playing to the nostalgia card, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong. I am a sucker for anything that I'm a fan of. Like, you could rehash the same old story a billion times. I mean, look at Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Anytime they drop one, I will fucking eat it up. But like, at least with those, you understand that you're not going to get much of a story.
There's a formula. Yeah.
With this, it's like you're ending 40 plus years of a storyline. The last movie didn't do shit. As far as I'm concerned, it didn't add anything to the equation, except that some systems that we didn't know about died.
Yeah.
And
there's no repercussion for it.
Trilogy heroes died, which is fucking lame.
No repercussions for that either.
Other than that, like, it didn't really add. So
Yeah, it's very strange. I think ultimately what's so frustrating to me, other than this really poor connection, which I don't understand because I reset the router and everything.
Yeah, and I love the look on my face where it's frozen. That's perfect. Let's just keep that face.
For me. What the fuck? So hopefully this is so goddamn frustrating. Just the recording of this and having it do this is so goddamn frustrating. I literally record every single day, and I don't ever have this fucking problem. And then we do a live show like this, and then suddenly it crops up.
It's because we're going against the mouse. I really think it is.
You, Mouse. We're trying to support you.
They just know.
Help us help you. Help us help you. All right, so it's gonna go in and out. We're just gonna deal with it because we're professionals and stuff. So JJ has asked, how can you expect us to believe that the I'm paraphrasing this entire interview, that the Emperor was ever supposed to be a part of it when he was never a part of the first two films. And he's saying, well, in our pencil conversations, he was always, on the table as, what ifs. And then, when Rian Johnson's happened and it sort of took us all by surprise, it didn't really change any fundamental ideas that we still wanted to go on because it never addressed anything that we ever set up. So we're just kind of treating this like a sequel to Force Awakens. And we're finishing it out, with what's left on the table, which I find very interesting and stupid. And frustrating that they're trying to play this off like it was always planned when clearly it was not always planned.
Yeah. It's like, this is essentially going to be Halloween 4. So, whatever. And actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna take that back because Halloween 3 is a fucking gem of American cinema, and I adore it. I don't think I'll ever like The Last Jedi. So I'll have to figure out some other comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see it. Like it being a sequel to a film when there was a film in between the two that we're just going to all pretend didn't happen.
Yeah, it is really, really frustrating because he has to address it in some way because the characters lived through it. So I don't know. I just there's no possible way that we're going to 100% buy into whatever story is told. And they're really trying to spin it like, no, we sat down with George Lucas and we talked about a lot of different ideas. And we took some of those ideas and made it into this. The fact that they were screen testing 9 different endings does not speak well to this. And the fact that they just now finished the final cut and they're in their final, computer graphic stuff to get it going. I have zero faith in this film, and it frustrates me to no end because I want nothing more than to love it.
Oh yeah,
but I just know I won't.
Yeah, that's the shitty thing about this whole situation. Because like even with The Last Jedi, like I'll give it a couple months in between viewings, thinking, okay, maybe I was just in a shit mood. I'm going to find something I like about it this time, and it never happens.
It actually gets worse.
And it's like same here. No, like seriously, like every single time I watch it, I will try my hardest to find something I like about it, other than like the obvious shit. Yeah. And every time it's worse.
And all it's doing is sullying me and my nostalgic memories when they mix the different crews together in footage montages, in little TV spots and featurettes and first look clips that they put out on the internet or on TV and on the TV. and having to watch that, it's like watching your favorite meal and then someone just throws shit on top, like poop on top of your favorite meal, and they're like, no, you still like it. It's your favorite meal. Like, fuck you, I'm not gonna... No, there's shit on my meal. Why would you put shit on my meal, and then why would you film it, and then more importantly, why would you run it in TV spots for the next fucking 5 months? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then I wonder why we keep getting cut off of our stream.
Yeah, I have no idea why. I mean, at least the way I look at it is at least we have the Mandalorian, which isn't a segue. Not a segue, just throwing that out there.
Let's segue it because I'm
okay,
done.
Fuck it, that's a segue.
I'm done. I'm sweating. I'm mad. How's it going, Ringmaster? How you doing, man? Have
you watched the fucking Mandalorian yet, Ringmaster?
Oh, you better have. You get out of this chat room if you haven't.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me show you my new... Tell me what you think about this. And it's that sound, the opera, the
I can't hear the sound, but it looks pretty.
HoloReel reviews. What do you think of that? HoloNet was a thing, but this other stuff I'm just sort of faking. Just making up. So HoloReel, is that okay?
I dig it. Okay. I dig it.
All right. Well, let's talk about Star Wars Resistance.
Yeah, let's do that first now that we talked about The Mandalorian. So, yet again, not an awful episode.
No, it wasn't.
Although, I will bitch about one thing right now. Mm-hmm. Before we start, the only thing I had to bitch about with this entire episode is her fucking X-Wing. I like it, admittedly, but why the hell are the burners purple, and why is her ion blast glitter? Like, I want that fucking X-Wing.
It is, it's very Rainbow Bright feeling to me. It's like Punky Brewster to me.
Punker.
For people who remember Punky Brewster. All right, so this is season 2, episode 8, Rendezvous Point. Let's run through the plot of this. We're, again, running a week behind on these. There was actually a new Resistance drop tonight, but because of the way that we cycle through our show, we're not going to be able to watch it until tomorrow and then review it the next Sunday for tonight's episode. So you're going to have to deal with this last week's episode. Rendezvous Point. It stands where Captain Doza is doing his best to reach out. It's his daughter's birthday, and every year they reach out to their mother, and their mother is a Resistance pilot.
Well, big spoiler, Adam. You got to do the build-up first of where they're fighting a bunch of First Order people waiting for an X-Wing pilot.
Oh.
And then it turns out that it's her. I mean, it's really not a big build-up.
Well, I was doing it backwards, but yeah.
We
were going to get there anyway.
Yeah.
So he sends out a signal to his wife, who's a Resistance fighter, to meet them at this specific sector in space to celebrate their kid's birthday. While they're waiting, the First Order happens across them because it happens. Or worse yet, they're just like, well, we have to go to the same spot we always meet up, and it just happens to be in First Order space, but we can do it. We have the Fireball team.
Yeah. That don't really do anything.
This is my problem, is that the space battles are beautiful with the cell design, but there's no consequence. Mm-hmm. Like, this is, I think, collectively ours, if I may speak out of turn, our biggest complaint about this entire series is the lack of real consequence.
Yeah, we don't even get First Order pilots dying, which is dumb. Like, they are expendable. That's what they're there for.
Yeah. Give this lady a scar. Make a probe droid and an interrogator droid come in and stick her with a needle or something. Like, we need a reason why. There has to be a consequence to being captured, and you can't just escape super easy like that. The last time someone escaped, there was an old wizard with them that had to fight and die at the hands of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's something that should happen all the time. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting off the plot.
No, that's part of it. That's part of it.
So they're waiting for her to hold off as long as they can, but they're being overwhelmed by the First Order. Naturally, of course, they would. And then they wait as long as they can. They have to jump out. And then just then is when this pilot, Venice Doza, comes in, and she's immediately captured by the First Order, taken into custody by Agent Tierney. And that's when she runs into Tam, who they act like, oh, you remind me of someone. I've seen you somewhere before, but I can't place it. It's like this weird southern cousin of a family friend that you saw at one shindig or another. Weird. Like, the Colossus is a big spaceship. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but they all only hang out at the bar of the market.
Yeah, that's true. There's like 2 places for public discourse on this whole ship. Anyway, she uses Tam to actually get her off the Colossus, and they fly away, and that's the entirety of the episode. There's a cute little B-plot of Kaz and the Aces making a little, like, Jell-O mold cake for not Tam, but Tora. Too many T names, my complaint. For Tora's birthday to, make her feel better and stuff. But as far as they know, the mom's MIA. She could be dead. She could be captured. They don't know. We know that she's fine because she's apparently the best commando ever, and she can escape any First Order facility.
Well, and it's Resistance. Nobody dies.
Yeah. I don't know. So it wasn't bad. I'm harshing on it, but I actually didn't mind it at all. I kind of had a good time.
It was good. I mean, we got to see inside a Star Destroyer, so I mean that was cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Like her whole escape was very much the Force Awakens. Like we saw that with Poe and Finn.
Yep. Well, except she shoots Tam.
That's true.
But I mean, that's okay.
Stuns Tam, and Tam's just like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I want to see my friends again, but they hurt my feelings.
So, they lied to me because
be a part of a genocidal organization because they let me fly a ship. Doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, if I got to fly a TIE fighter, whatever.
What are a few babies?
I can put morals aside for that shit.
I'd push the gas.
As long as it's a TIE fighter with a hyperdrive and shields. Right. Then I will sell out all my morals.
We all have our fucking price.
That is my price.
And so that was the episode. I'm looking forward to tonight's. I don't really know anything about it, but it does seem like they are steadily becoming shit the closer we get to the end. And it has to build up to somewhere the gal from last episode, the Force the Force Indiana Jones girl.
The relic.
Yeah, the relic hunter. What she's gonna have to do with any of this? Like it's actually getting me interested. Now, what I'm afraid they're going to do is not have it tie into anything at all and not mean anything, and it's just going to leave questions open because that's what they do in Star Wars now. I don't know.
That is very true. That is very true. Or they'll explain it in a little one-off comic that nobody's going to fucking buy.
Yeah.
Just like C-3PO's red arm.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's at that point where... So I think with last season, it was probably closer towards the end, like post mid-season finale, or the second part of the season, whatever, where I started to not completely hate it. And it's already there, so I mean, that's cool because we're in the single digits, and this is a 19-part season, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it is very 80s, her X-Wing.
It is, like, you just kind of want to have, like, the theme music for The Last Starfighter as she's blasting.
Oh, that'd be badass. Right here, she's going to do that bloom move.
Yeah.
What was that called?
I don't remember.
That was
it's so long since I watched that shit. Why, I don't know.
Dude, I own that on digital. It's so good. I love it so much.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to Mandalorian because the Mandalorian. Now, I'm not doing any video. These are all stills. So
because we're going to get shut down.
Stop shutting down my goddamn videos.
Yes. But here we go. Chapter 4, The Sanctuary.
Oh, dude. Okay, so this was the first... Let's walk through what it is before I start talking. He's trying to find a way bounty hunter guild and ultimately whatever regional empire resistance, not resistance, but empire faction that hired him to do the job in the first place. And so he finds this remote planet, which he thinks is going to be fine because there's no real settlements, no real bases or anything. He goes to it. What he doesn't realize is that just like every other place in the world, there's going to be regional skirmishes amongst populaces. So he goes there, tries to find somewhere to stay, ends up in a bar with the most adorable fucking Yoda baby ever, and
oh my God, it hurts
runs into this ex-resistance fighter, Cara Dune, rebel shock trooper turned mercenary, who is also in hiding on this planet. And after they beat each other up and become friends, because that's what you do.
Fuck yeah, it is.
She thought he was hunting her. He thought she was hunting him, and then they're just like laying on the ground with blasters in each other's faces. Let's be friends.
Oh my God. No.
Let's have some.
You forgot the most important part. Baby Yoda's sitting there with a cup of broth, just staring at him. Like, what's up, guys?
You kids done yet?
Yeah.
Bone broth is getting cold.
So good.
Fucking Baby Yoda is so goddamn it. I hate that I like it so much. I feel like I'm being tricked by marketing, and it's working so
I know
well.
I am. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Just like with the Mandalorian, it makes me want to go to the scrapyard and just pull off all the hoods of cars that I can and make my own fucking, all metal Mando armor.
Yeah, it's so great. So basically, Cara Dune tells him, look, you need to get off this planet. This is my hideout. We can't both be here. And then he's going back to his ship, presumably to take off or something. And this villager comes up to him and says, hey, we need someone to help protect us from these raiders. Can you protect us? You're a Mandalorian. Certainly you know how to fight. Please, please, pretty please with cherries on top. And he was like, well...
oh, yeah, and we got credits.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
And he was
we
got
we
credits.
have some credits, too.
Loved how he kept stressing that.
Yeah. And so he's like, well, do you have a extra bed? Okay, then I'll do it. Like, the weird...
I mean, that's fair.
So I can't decide whether this is more samurai or this is more, like, Western. You know, because it is very much like villagers are in distress. They reach out to the lone gunslinger or lone samurai, the Ronin, that is just passing by, ask him for help, and then he reaches out to Cara Dune and says, look, here's some money. They can, hide you if you want to stay here and hide better than in this bar, I guess. Why don't you come and help me and we can train them and fight? So she agrees. They go into the woods, find out that there's an ATST, immediately return, and they're like, hey, you know what? Sorry.
Nope.
That's not happening. That is an ATST, and it's going to fuck you up. And you all knew about it, and you hired us anyway, so you're liar faces.
Yeah.
And then Mando was just like, but we can train them. And she was like, oh, yeah, huh? Okay. And that was it. That's all it took. And then, meanwhile, there's a whole B storyline of this mom that's so thirsty for Mando juice, jam.
Oh, god damn, she is.
She's doing everything she can to get him in bed. And he's just like, I can't take my hat off. Is that okay? And she's like, no, it's fine. I don't take my socks off in bed, so let's do this.
That's just weird. What kind of monster doesn't take their socks off?
It was very much Kung Fu, Ringmaster, with David Carradine. Like, I watched this, or The Incredible Hulk back in the day. It was the same trope. Or this was the most Star Trek episode of the Star Wars series that I ever saw. Because it was
I could see that.
Space group comes to primitive planet, helps primitives, and then leaves. And that was it. So they teach the villagers how to fight. They lure the ATST into the village, into a trap ultimately, destroy it, fight off the raiders. The villagers rejoice. And then a bounty hunter finds Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian.
Oh, my God.
Just when the Mandalorian's getting settled into, leaving his helmet on, but still smack that ass, the bounty hunter is murdered by Cara Dune, who is also super sly, and, she's super bad, and then rescues the bounty hunter from murdering Baby Yoda and possibly the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian's forced to leave no matter what, because he was flirting with the idea of staying with thirsty mom.
No, he wasn't actually going to stay. He was going to leave Baby Yoda.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like she would have convinced him with her vagina or something.
Maybe. Women have that effect on people.
You taught me how to fight with my fists, but I've always known how to fight with my vagina. And he would have been like, show me. And that would have been it.
Fuck it.
So that was it. This was probably my least favorite of all the episodes we've seen so far, but that's not saying I didn't like it, because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it was very tropey.
Yeah, it was...
oh, look at that.
Like, there was a lot of action. I know, that goddamn face, dude.
Damn it. It's not
that fucking kills me.
So fucking
But, yeah, it was... It's funny, because this is probably some of the most action we've got. Like, this is an actual battle. But, yeah, it was one that... I definitely wouldn't rank it in the top 3 of the episodes. Right. But I fucking loved every second of it. And, I mean, of course, we all know, because of social medias and what have you, that Gina Carano is coming back next season. Yeah. But it's like, it just seems like we need more of her immediately. Yeah. Like, why can't she just be like his buddy, his sidekick?
Well, this is something that I wonder if they're doing it sort of like the Avengers. Like, they have him meeting these people, IG-11, and now Cara Dune, Greek, the Bounty Hunter Guildmaster. I feel like they're all going to come together in, like, the final episode and, like, have each other's backs and fight against the remnant of the empire of the warlord of the area. I could just have a feeling that's what's going to happen because we're getting these little one-offs with each other, testing their skills.
I'd be cool seeing them take out the Klein at the end.
Yeah,
I just feel like
that's going to happen. I don't know.
That's the thing. Like, this is a Western or even a samurai movie. Like, and really, I mean, there's subtle differences to the two, but I mean, they're pretty much the same fucking thing.
They really are. I mean, the samurai ones were an homage to the Westerns that were being produced. And I guess, depending on when it was filmed, you could say it was vice versa either. But they're the exact same.
Circle, too, with Star Wars. Because, I mean, that's where the whole Jedi and shit came from.
Yeah.
From, feudal Japan.
Yeah, Darth Vader's outfit. His helmet. Yeah. I mean... so it's not a complaint. It's just I feel like I've seen it before a little too much. And that's why, like, all the other episodes leading up to this, it wasn't formulaic. Like, it was, like, brand new to us. Like, we didn't know what the hell. This one, the whole time, I felt like I knew what was going to happen. Like, once we saw, he's got to go hide on a planet. Oh, we saw these people get marauded. Okay, he's going to have to go help them. Like, I felt like I knew where this was going. And even though the primitives had an ATST, I just don't feel like that's really a deterrent to them actually training them how to fight and then setting up barricades. And it was very, we saw Ewoks do it. If Ewoks can do it, then
that's true.
Anyone can do it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, the thing I want to know if they're actually going to explore or not. Like, assuming we even come back to this planet, is why does, Thirsty Widow know how to shoot so fucking well? 'Cause, I mean, she was a great fucking shot, and she's the only one that raised her hand when he asked if anybody knew how to shoot.
Yeah, she's like, motherfucker, just give me a fucking pistol, I'll show you what's up. No, she was badass too. So who's the dad, right? Like, it does seem like she came from somewhere else and she knew what was up. And I don't know, like, the whole thing of them, like, fishing out shrimp and stuff, and the seeds were planted generations ago, so they've been here all their lives, and their ancestors have been here, so they won't leave and stuff. Maybe there's not really a story to tell there. But I did find it interesting. It gave us a window into the Mandalorian's reasoning for not taking his helmet off. The lengths that he could be seduced and still take her hands gently away from his mask. Like, you can have a home here. We can do this. I have a snapping pussy. And he's like, it snaps?
And she makes her own booze.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time leaving. There's fucking fresh seafood and plentiful booze and somebody that's probably going to break your dick in half. Like, be hard to leave.
And he still did it. He's like, you know what? I could leave the baby here. This would be a good life for Baby Yoda. And I just need to get out, man. I got to figure out a way to get back in with a guild, or I got to find my people, or I got to do something. I got to figure out, where they are, where I am, where I fit in with this new lifestyle that I just sort of blew up, or try to repair it or something. So now he realizes he can't just put this down. He's tried to give it over to the bounty. He's tried to give it over to good people. And he realizes that the only way that this baby is going to live is if he personally takes responsibility for it, which means that his entire life now is gone. Everything that he thought he was is now changed. So this has to influence where the next episode's going to go. Is he going to go back to the Mandos? Is he going to try to just find another random planet and we're going to have another random storyline? I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
I kind of hope it's the former, where he tries to meet up with, his brothers in arms, as it were. Because, I mean, as much as I'm totally fine with just watching, 3 more episodes like this and then the finale.
It's too few.
It feels... What's that?
It's too few.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, they know how to keep us paying fucking $80 a year for a streaming service. But yeah, I really hope it is him catching up with his clan, because that's the biggest thing they should be doing right now is more character development, because each episode we are getting a little bit of insight in between, or behind the mask the Mandalorian culture, like the current Mandalorian culture, because we know about ancients. Well, we know about Old Republic era and all that shit. So it's nice to get that. Plus, we got to learn about the Mandalorian himself.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens.
I don't like the idea that he didn't just bed that woman. Like I would have, and it sounds stupid and stuff, but it puts him in this different category. It puts him in this sort of like priest, I don't have sex, I'm not a carnal human being category, which I really don't like. I feel like if you're a Mandalorian bounty hunter, and some woman is just begging for you to take a bite, you're going to take a bite. And I don't like that he didn't. That really bothered me. He's not a Jedi. He doesn't have to be sterile. Like, he can spread his seed. Why isn't he spreading his seed? I don't need to watch it, but he should be doing it.
Yeah. It should have been with Cara, dude. Just saying. Just throw that out there.
That would have been...
And then we should have seen it.
Yeah.
Like, they should have just filmed the entire thing.
Dude, just her thighs alone would break me in half.
Oh my god, I know. That'd be awesome.
Fucking strong. You get out. Like, you're like, okay, I'm done. Yeah. She's like, I'm not. You're staying to do the job. You're just like, okay.
You know what? That gets you at least another 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Josh is saying Kenobi's supposed to be 6 episodes, 1 hour episodes when it comes out.
Because they're at least hour episodes. Like with this, we're kind of getting like all over the place as far as time. Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I couldn't hear you. I just kept hearing the beeping from Skype saying Disney hates you. But yeah, no, I can totally buy hour episodes with Kenobi. With this, if I had one complaint about The Mandalorian, this is my one fucking complaint. Because I'm fine with waiting a week for each episode. Like it's reminiscent of proper television watching.
Right.
Like where you have to wait.
Yeah.
And then that entire week you reflect on that episode. Just like the Great British Bake Off. Like it's perfect that way. But yeah, like we don't know how long it's going to be. It's going to be anywhere between like 20 to 40 minutes. It varies, and it's weird that way.
Yeah. I did feel like this was longer just watching it. And I don't know if it was because I felt like I already knew what was going to happen, or because I don't know, but it felt longer, and I was kind of kicking the TV like, why didn't you make one of the first 3 longer instead of this one longer? Like I really would have loved those longer.
See, that's funny too, because I kind of got the same time frame, I guess, from the first episode with this one, where it's like I thought it was just like a 20-minute episode, and then I saw the runtime, and it's like, oh, this was kind of long.
Huh. Yeah. So what's your favorite part of this episode?
Not being a creeper, so I won't say or cartoon. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and say cartoon. Like their first interaction with each other. Like that's just how it should fucking be. Because I mean, first you look at her, I thought she might be Mando. Just like with the armor and shit. So you kind of figure that's where it's going to go, and then you realize she's a shock trooper or former shock trooper that got bored because there wasn't shit going on. But yeah, just that dynamic was fucking awesome.
She's just so tough. She's so good. Yeah, I think my favorite. I just found myself giggling every time, like when watching Baby Yoda walk behind the Mandalorian, killed me.
Just watching it.
What's that?
Just watching it do anything.
Yeah, and then watching it just like come across them with pistols in each other's faces, just sipping its bone broth. Like, are you guys done?
Yeah.
It's just like it can't. I don't want to like this series because of a cute character. I want to like the series because of great storytelling, and I'm literally being pulled out of the storytelling because of this goddamn cute creature right there, and it kills me. Like I can't help but constantly like grab my wife's leg and shake it while we're watching it, giggling like, oh my gosh, why is this so fucking cute? Why is this happening? When I should be like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? So now I feel like it's a trope that they're just gonna rely on. If we're like episode 5 story isn't that great, but let's just throw Baby Yoda in a little bit more, and people will like it. Like, I'll be horrified if they do that.
Yeah, if it does become a crutch, that'll be pretty awful. At least the thing is with this is it seems like they, even though they're using him more, it's kind of one of those things where it's almost like an icebreaker / perfect way to transition to the next scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's always just something happy that's like, oh, do, and then cuts, next scene.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was your least favorite part of this?
I guess really just the fact that it just, kind of like you said, everything was predictable. It just didn't really feel like this was giving too much to the storyline.
Yeah.
Like, it almost felt like there was nothing of real consequence here. With the exception, of course, of the bounty hunter finding him, which it's like, he's a fucking bounty hunter. He should know that, those little fobs, you can use them and they'll find you anywhere.
Yeah.
But, really just that. All in all, like I said, it's a fantastic episode. I loved it. I wouldn't put it in the top 3, though.
Yeah, I think my biggest complaint about this, what I didn't like most, is that it did feel like a Star Trek episode and not so much a Star Wars episode. And so I still liked it because I like this universe that they're building out, but the little bit of exposition about why he can't take his helmet off or what that means was not enough to warrant an episode. And we were given such power with the first 3 episodes that for it to just immediately go to a formulaic thing, it was just too much. Like, it was too much. I knew what I loved about the first 3 episodes is I didn't know what the hell was going on. And with this, I knew exactly what was going on. And I don't like that. I like to be guessing. So I'm really hoping that now that they've done their exposition, now we know that Mandalorian will not be tempted into settling down with Baby Yoda. He's not going to offload Baby Yoda. We need to find someone that can take Baby Yoda. So that's got to be his next mission, in my opinion. Like, he's got to go find rebellion remnants. He's got to find someone that knows something about this species, because he's seen shit that no one has ever seen. He's seen the Force, and he doesn't even understand it. And it affected him so much that he went against his profession in order to save this creature. Now, who the fuck is left? He knows the Mandos have got his back, whatever small remnant is left. Is there a larger remnant somewhere else he's going to hunt down? Or he's going to go get in contact with? Is he going to go back to that team on that same planet, trying to keep it sneak, and then ask them for help in finding someone to look after this baby? Are they going to adopt it and get some Mando Baby Yoda armor?
Oh, God, I would die. Like, I could kill myself at that point and be fine, knowing that I have seen everything this world has to offer.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda as a merc.
I would lose my shit. It would be so funny.
I think they'd have to end the season or the series at that point, because really, how can you top that?
They are constantly saying that the rest of the armor, the excess of the Balerian steel, is for the Foundlings. Beskar, I'm sorry, Balerian. The Beskar steel was for the Foundlings, and this is a Foundling for all intents and purposes. So, who knows? We could see some Baby Yoda Mando armor.
God, that'd be so great. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that shit.
No, I don't think I can.
I don't know.
All right.
Fucking have a heart attack from overload of cuteness.
Is there the toy possibilities alone?
Fuck. I know. I would buy all of them.
All right. You ready to go to the next section? Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Nope. We got it all with that one.
All right. We got a last one. I'm calling this the HoloGame Guide.
Question.
Consoles, desktops, and mobiles. We're doing a little bit of everything with this. Talking Vader Immortal today.
Yeah. Episode.
William is asking, did you guys see the boom mic in the scene when you watched it live? I don't know what you're talking about.
In The Mandalorian?
There's a boom mic hanging in The Mandalorian.
I've watched it twice and I haven't seen shit.
I haven't either.
So I guess
got a mic right here.
Damn it! I guess I'll have to watch it again.
Okay, so this is Vader
okay.
Immortal, episode 3. This is the last of the Vader Immortal series, and this was all kind of a VR experience for the Oculus Quest primarily, but they released it to other platforms as well. The story has been what I've been in love with. I haven't played this at all. I've been watching other people play it through walkthroughs, and I just think that anytime we get a little bit more insight into the twisted, dark mind of Vader and the twisted underworld of Vader's castle, then I want to explore that and I want to know more.
Yeah.
What I'm a little bit disappointed is the entire story centers around Vader constantly trying to bring Padme back. He's obsessed with it. And after so many attempts and failures, you would think that he would just accept who he is and move on. But this story brings him back yet again, and it ties in time travel. It ties in this afterworld that he could ostensibly bring Padme back from. Excuse me. It ties in the power of Mustafar and the planet and this soul stone that existed here, where Mustafar used to be this lush, living, vibrant environment up until the point where in this ancient past of Mustafar, this woman tried to bring her love back from the dead, and what it eventually did was destroy the planet and trap her love in this sort of time gateway. So that's why Mustafar looks the way it does, but the only way to unlock that power, as far as Vader is concerned, is to get a lineage, an heir of this prophet that's guiding Vader in this, is actually the husband that was trapped in time, and he just wants to get out. And so he's tricking Vader. Vader reaches out to you, the player, the person in charge of this, and he's teaching you how to use the Force and lightsabers and everything so that you can help him get this Soul Stone. Once you do, he turns his back on you, and then the people, the remnants of the Mustafarian peoples come to you and say, look, you need to help us. If he gets them back, if he breaks through and uses this, it's going to destroy our planet forever. And we're all going to die. So please do the right thing. And you as the character have to do the right thing. That's the game mechanic. And so take care, Ringmaster. And so he goes, and you have to fight your way to Vader, stop him before he finishes this ritual to bring Padme back. And then that's kind of the end of this episode 3. You have to fight his armies, all of his soldiers, with the remnants of this ancient droid army that these ancient Mustafarians had. It's a very interesting story, but it doesn't give you anything as far as lore outside of Mandalore, and it doesn't tell you anything more about the potential of Padme coming back or not. It teased you with this idea of this dark prophet, but then you realize that was just sort of this guy trapped in time trying to get out, and that kind of, people were thinking that it was Snoke and everything. So it's a big, bold story that if you like the VR experience, everyone that's played it is saying that it's great. But for me, if you just like the story itself, it's worth sitting through. They're not very long. They're like 30, 45-minute episodes each, and there's only 3 of them. So you can just sit through and watch them. And getting to know that Darth Vader is just as obsessed as ever to get his girl back, even though there's no fucking way she would ever accept him, which is something that I feel like we're always missing when these stories come out. They're like, hey, let's figure out another way for Darth Vader to bring Padme back from the dead. And they never question, what do you think Padme would say?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, they think that he just pulls her out of the dead, and she's like, all right, let's go have some cake. No.
Yeah, she had already said no to him.
Yeah.
Like, before she died, she's like, you're not Annie anymore. Fuck you, guy.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the guy she fell in love with. So, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I just wish they would just end this story already. Just fucking stop trying to bring him back. Stop trying to have him bring her back. She is not going to want him if he ever was successful. And it's just making him look like this fucking douchebag that... I felt like Charles Soule's Vader series gave us everything we needed to know about Vader. It set him up with his faults and frailties. It had him fight through them and then embrace who he was. And to now see him still going back to the well and trying to get his old girlfriend back, it's like, come on, man. You've already gone through this. Why are you doing it again? Like, I feel like you know better at this point.
It's those toxic relationships, man.
Yeah,
Those are the ones people always go back to.
like she rejected him in the Charles Soule comic. So why would he do it again? She rejected him in real life. She rejected him in the Dark Force place afterlife that he went into in the Charles Soule comic. And now she rejected him ostensibly in this new version. So can we please not go back again? Can we just stop? Just let the man be a monster. And
exactly. That's the thing I want to see. I want to see him accept that will never happen, and then become the Vader that we know from A New Hope and on.
It's just so frustrating going back to that well over and over again. It's like there's no other stories we can tell. I mean, really?
Well, I mean, it's we talked about it last week, Adam. Yes, there are no other stories that they can fucking tell.
What do? We don't. It's not like we have books and novels.
Yeah, it's not like we have 800-page novels.
Kennedy.
Like, what about? I've got a bookcase full of them, you motherfuckers.
You just send her photos of the library sections. Like, what do you think about this, motherfucker? Like, you don't have anything? Really?
It's like, I'll send you these if you need them.
Well, that's just it. Like, all of the I heard a rumor that they're about to announce a director for the next film series in the next couple weeks, because Benioff and Weiss backed out. They're not going to go back to Rian Johnson. There has to be another film franchise, a couple years after Rise of Skywalker. They already have scripts.
I'm back.
We do have a future in these films, so I'm just excited to see what that future may be, and is it going to be better than the series that we're being given right now, and the Obi-Wan coming up, and the Cassian Andor. Is it Cassian Andor series that's coming out? Yeah. So, we're being fed a lot of Star Wars. Can the movies hang with the series, do you think?
I don't. Honestly. Dude, I'm being realistic here, because one, just in the grand scheme of things, television is the new cinema. They can put a proper movie in theaters anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah. I can't.
And it kills me, especially because they're going to the fucking Old Republic era, like ancient Old Republic era, not prequel Old Republic era. Like, I want that so badly to be amazing.
Me too. Yeah. We understand, William. There's nothing I can do from my end. We had frame rate drops, and we just have to deal with it. So sorry about that. Just so you know. The truth is, I'm not really looking forward to Rise of Skywalker. I'm going to go watch it, and I cannot wait for our initial reaction videos that we're going to be recording, right?
Because, definitely doing that in my car as soon as I get into the park.
I have a feeling that if they're positive, it's going to be really, really positive. And if they're not, it's going to be like, fuck the movies. Let's just stick with series. Like,
yeah, I'm already to that point. Especially knowing what we're going to get. Like Cassian Andor, that's a fucking amazing character. And then having K2SO in it, I mean, it's a fucking slam dunk right there. And then Obi-Wan, even if it's just a single 6-episode one-shot, like, I don't fucking care. That's going to be awesome, because Ewan McGregor is amazing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to have any substance at all. That character just oozes charisma. So we're going to fucking eat it up.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And we got a season 2 of Mandalorian coming out, and we've got the final season of the Clone Wars coming out.
Hell yeah, February, motherfuckers.
I mean, we got some good stuff coming down the pipe here for Star Wars fans, so expect us to be rattling on for the foreseeable future unless one of us dies.
Which, Baby Yoda in Mandalorian armor might fucking happen.
That could be the end.
Let's do a live reaction of me getting a heart attack and dying.
You're going to have to make sure that your wife records you watching every episode from here on out so we can get that moment where you're just like, oh! I can't take it anymore.
Officially replaced Sweet Baby Jesus with Sweet Baby Yoda, so
I'm down.
Happen.
Let's do it now. Like, it's replaced. Done and done. Yep, Sweet Baby Yoda. Let's have this. Fuck, I want that little toy. I told my wife, I was like, look, I just want a little Baby Yoda sitting on my computer stand at work. That's all I want in life.
I almost okay. So the adoption agency that I got Sithari from, they have some, but they were only getting 50 of them, and I was 1 minute too late to get on the adoption list, and it killed me. Like, I wanted one so bad.
What? They've already produced 50 and they're all gone already?
No. They were only doing a pre-run of 50 type of thing. Like, the sculpts are already made, like the head sculpts made, and fucking adorable. But yeah, they fucking filled up that 50 spot list real quick.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to show you the pictures of him next time I see you. Really hoping that they do another run, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I need to adopt one desperately.
Yeah, I was, because I'm one of those people that was, I was like silently like, fucking porgs. Like, I get people like them. I know you loved them, and so I didn't want to talk shit in front of you about it.
Oh no, fucking talk shit. Go for it.
But I was just like, it was just so blatant. It was so apparent. It was just for marketing toys and stuff. And then I saw Baby Yoda, and I was like, I understand now.
Well, it's no. See, there is a difference, because Baby Yoda is the new generation's Ewoks. He does something. There is a reason he is there. Right. Porgs, there isn't. Porgs accomplish nothing except for ruining Chewbacca's meal and destroying the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. That is it.
I tell you what, I would have had mad respect for Chewbacca if, after watching that Porg with their glassy eyes and it cuts back to him, if he just took a bite.
Absolutely.
Like, it would have been like, fucking Chewbacca, yeah!
Yeah, because he's a fucking hunter, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, like,
they're fucking animals. I mean, they're civilized beings, they're sentient beings, but they're just primal beings at their core.
Fucking birds, you eat birds, deal with it, people. And Chewbacca's a carnivore. He's not a fucking vegetarian. He eats birds. Ugh. I want to see him try to eat a Baby Yoda. And the Baby Yoda just uses, like, the Force on him.
Yeah. I don't think Chewbacca would, though.
No, because
just given his history.
Wait a second. What? Because he's had such a good history with Yoda, the commander, does he know about the Yoda species? Like, I understand he understands who Yoda is, but the species behind it, do Wookiees know that species, or is it a secret to everyone else too?
See, I would almost say yes if Legends was still a thing, because in Legends he wasn't 190 years old, whatever the fuck he was in Solo. Like, he was a few hundred years old, like multiple, not just one or two. Because, I mean, Wookiees would live to be about 400 or 500 years old. So, I mean, if it's an ancient race of beings, like, I can imagine possibly that they would know shit like that. I don't know.
William just said something that blew my mind. So he's saying Baby Yoda would force power his way out of a Wookiee mouth or belly. What if Baby Yoda forced his way out via alien of a Wookiee belly? Like, just fucking...
They would have to just take off their hats, hang it up, and walk up into the fucking sunset, because you could not top that.
Dude, I want that so...
Like, Star Wars would be over.
Not even a Wookiee, just anything. Anything. Because we saw Baby Yoda eat a frog. Like a live-ass frog. Like, I want to see something eat a Baby Yoda, and it's just like... and just like crawls out of gore and shit.
It's so fucking awesome. I would love every second.
Thanks, William. I never considered that. That's a great idea. And that's going to be our closing thought for the day, because we're at our time limit here. I apologize for the delays or the errors and stuff, and I hope it's not in the final show, though I am sure it is. We continue to try to stop this stuff from happening, but it happens from time to time. We apologize. Anything else you want to talk about before we close down the show?
I think we got it, Adam. Maybe just tell people where they can send their videos of being a scruffy looking Nerf herder.
Oh yeah, every one of you people that's in the chat room, you could contribute to this show by sending us a video or an audio clip of you saying, "My name is," say your name, And I am a scruffy looking Nerf Herder. You can send that to theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com. You can send that to the Gmail or Google Voice account 1-801-616. It's in the description of the video below. It's
just
something
look.
like that. Or you can just send it either like WeTransfer or Google Drive or Office.com or something to our email address, and we'll get it, and we'll be able to put it up, and we'll feature you, and it'll be fun, and you'll be heralded as a hero, and Yoda baby will love you.
That's true.
Only if you
100% factual.
Otherwise, you're a punk ass motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
That too is 100%
I don't know why
factual.
I got so aggressive about that. Yeah, so let us know what you guys think of this show. You can tell us in the comments the reviews that we cover. What did you think about the episodes? Did we cover everything you wanted us to talk about? Is there something that we're missing? Let us know in the comments below. Like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And thank you for being a scruffy-looking Nerf Herder with us. And until next time, may the Force be with you.
Poorly thought out plans are right up my alley. See you for the win.